everybody. I know this is kind of short notice on the reading today. I actually forgot to put it up. I had it all planned out last week. Totally forgot to put it up. In fact, when I went to put this one up, I realized that the one that I had put up earlier for me and Jenny was not there. So I had to put that one back up again too. So you gotta love Mercury in retrograde, don't you? So it's been a crazy week for me. I don't know about everybody else, if you've all been kind of just weird. That's all I can say about it. But hi, Viviani, welcome. Congrats on your 200 subs. I saw that. Yay, you. I'm almost there. I got about 29 more to go. And Lottie, hi. And Carl, hi. Hi, everybody. So put your questions in all caps. And the point of today was having a little bit more fun with the Akashic Records, just to get to I don't know, just have some fun, get out of the mundane everyday life issues that are going on, and just kind of just have some fun, because we can learn while we have fun. It doesn't always have to be this big, huge, deep meaning to really gain a lot. Lots of times we can gain tremendous things from things we don't think. Those light bulb moments often come from the silliest things, or the things we don't think are important, but yet they can give you the biggest jolt in seeing what you need to see at the time. So I thought I would just do something and have a little bit of fun with the Akashic Records. And so let's see. So when I reach 200, I'll be doing a drawing too for a free hour Akashic reading. So I only have 29 left. So send good vibes out there, and I'll do another giveaway for a reading and everything. And if you have any other questions about anything you'd like to know about the Akashic Records, or whatever, even about me, my journey, anything else, feel free to ask. I've also been doing some work on my healing through my Akashic Records and through my past lives. And I've really gained an awful lot of insight to why certain things in this life happen, and certain views I have, certain feelings. I have connected a lot to certain things that have happened in a past life. It is amazing, the journey that I've been on with some of these, the past lives. And if anybody wants to know about any of my past lives, I've recently learned about a life in the Middle East during an empire that I cannot pronounce. And I also learned about the life, I was a slave in Savannah, Georgia. I learned about that. Hi, Akila. I learned about that life, and that one is really interesting. And that one is connected to someone I read. You can fill in the blanks. I read with a lot. We were sisters. So that life has proved very, very interesting and explained a lot. And I didn't see that life coming at all. It was kind of amazing. And then I started looking into some different lives that I've had, and they really do you can start to connect more of how you're living this life, more of your opinions, more of your views. A lot of that really does kind of transcend lives. It's amazing. So if anybody wants to know anything about that, but let's see let's see. There, May 11th, 49, not 39. Okay. Yeah, 49 is still affordable. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, that, and like I said, the class, even if you don't ever plan on reading for anyone else, it's so enlightening for yourself. It's amazing. And you will develop if you work on it, you can develop a relationship with your Akashic Record Masters, and they literally can become like friends. I don't know if Viviani feels the same way with her Akashic masters or anyone else that she's in contact with from the other side, but they do almost feel like a friend. So, and I'll just say hi to Viviani, Carl, Lottie. See if I miss Akila. Thank you for coming. And so since it was short notice, if a lot of people don't show up and you have more than one question, it'll be your lucky day. So let's see. Yeah, oh, you almost got picked, Carl, huh? Not quite right. Let's see. Yeah, I asked mine for a healing too on the past life things, and it really does help. And I asked mine to show me why I had a certain feeling about something, and they showed me this life that I was like, it made complete sense after, like, it didn't instantaneously make sense, but it made sense after several sessions. And then because they give you a little bit of a time and they almost want you to work for the rest. And then, as the pieces fall in, it paints this big picture. Like, you go from a, what do you call it? Like a preview of a movie. So you go in and you see, and you think, oh, that sounds interesting. But then as you go through the sessions, you go from that preview of that movie to the whole movie. And then you get to see the bigger picture. And it's really interesting. And then you see where different things come in. Let's see. Okay. And hi, a light worker, welcome. Thank you for coming on such short notice. Okay, so we'll get off to the first question. I don't see any other just general questions. But so let's see. I was very close with my mom in this life when she was alive. Have I had many lives with her? Thank you. I feel I might be more than with anyone else in my life. Okay, let's see. Let's see what they have to say. I've heard, when I asked, I heard the number 29. So you've had 29 lives. You often like to incarnate together because you like to have fun in whatever you do. Like there's a certain connection that no matter how easy or difficult your life's through, that spiritual connection and that soul bond gets you through it. You've experienced many things and you've been many things to each other. It hasn't always been a parent-child. It's been a parent-child in reverse. It's been siblings. It's been friends. It's been comrades in arms. It's been adversaries. It's been different things. And even when you were adversaries, you started out as adversaries, but you learned to find commonality. But you have deep respect on a soul level for each other when you reincarnate. So yes, you have a very close, and it is one of the souls that you reincarnate with more often that you enjoy incarnating with because of that connection that you have. You have a mutual love and respect for each other that you have the ability to transcend through into your human form. Even though you don't realize this, you have the ability because it's like it's like you've built up a trust with each other through the course of the times you've reincarnated together. So when you set your plan and you've reincarnated, you are meant to do things, and you've always been like loyal to what you set out to do. Like you didn't not do what you said you were going to do. So you have this trust, this deep devotional trust that you will accomplish what you set out to do. And through this respect and connection you have on a soul level. So that's where that comes from with your mother. So I hope that made sense to you. That was interesting. Okay, let's see. Carl. Past lives, do you think we've shared? As you mentioned, I was part of your group. Yes, I do feel that you were part of that. You're part of my soul group. I don't know if it's on the core, and then you have like a secondary one. But when you had, for some reason, when Jennie read you on that one with the railroad, for some reason, I felt that there was some type of connection there with that through a great grandfather that I had that worked on the railroad. And there's some, and I didn't really go into that connection any deeper, but it felt like there's some type of either ancestral connection or the soul group connection on a level, but it like that triggered something in there. And my great grandfather worked for the Erie Railroad, and he was actually killed by a train, unfortunately. But for some reason, when she's reading that came into my, before, she's starting, all that was coming into my head. And it was just really strange that was coming in. And then that's where I felt that there was some type of soul connection on level there. And, right. And I'm not really going to go into your records without, your permission on that one. So let me see what they say from my side and everything. And I heard that we did have 3 incarnations together in more recent. And they've been mostly on a friendship level. One might have been like close friends. I think there was an incarnation we did when we were in England. They're showing me we were friends. We might even have been siblings in a life, in one. But they're showing me that life. We were younger and we were playing together, and we were actually, that life we were pretty well to do, and we were sitting in and your clothes were nice, so you must have been on the same plane of wealth as I was. So I'm assuming you were family of some sort. And we were playing on the floor with whatever toys we had, but we had this fancy dress on. I was a little older than you were, so I don't know if you were a little brother or a cousin. There's something in there like that. We had a closer like blood relationship, but we weren't, I don't know if we were really close, as close as you could be in Victorian times, they said. And that's the one life that they're showing me. So there was a Victorian England life together. And then I heard we incarnated 3 times together. And we had, our relationship was on a friendship level. So even if we were family, we were friends. So I don't know if that resonates with you at all, Carl, or not. So That's pretty interesting. And I actually have found other people that have come together that I've had, and it was verified by others that we've had incarnations together, like many incarnations together. It's really the people that crossed your path. It's rather amazing. It's like the more I understand, the more I learn, the less I understand, and the more questions I have. So let's see. Yes, healing does take time and does affect everyone differently. You get the healing through the records, and sometimes it could be relatively quick depending on what it is, or you can feel the initiation of it. But sometimes it can take months, and sometimes it can take more than one healing to have it done. You might need one or two more. Sometimes when you heal one thing, it allows other things to come up to the surface for healing, because now you've made room. And as you grow, and the more you heal, and then, you heal what you're ready to heal at the moment. So, it just depends. But some things for me healed really quickly, like in a matter of days, like a feeling was gone, like a light bulb. Literally, it was like, oh, that made sense. And the feeling disappeared. And there's other things that I literally had 2 or 3 healings, and it took about 6 months to disappear. But it like eased up throughout the time. So as I'm getting these healings, I'm feeling better. But it did take, depending on how profound and how deep that wound is and how long you've carried it, depends on, and your willingness to work on it. You know how it goes. It can take time. So it all depends on what it is, how you work on it and everything like that. But certain things, when you're super ready and it's right there, and they can disappear fairly quickly. So, let's see. Question. Once I couldn't move when I woke up. I felt like someone was in my bedroom. Did I imagine this? I heard no. Feels like there was a galactic connection there. I think you were being sent back. You woke up a little bit before when you were being sent back to your body. And that person that was standing there was making sure that everything, when you came back, they were just with you, watching you, making sure that you were okay from being sent back from whatever you were doing. You were on a ship. And I think you were having a healing or something, and you were sent back, and that person was there just watching over you, making sure you're okay. But that's what that was. You just woke up a little too soon before you were ready to wake up. But enough so you'd question it eventually, if that makes sense. You remembered it. So, but that's what that's from. So let's see. Let's see. I work as an assistant for scanning the ground to find, what, will this possible work push through this Sunday? This means me getting paid, but also my friends, confident there will be something there. So you want to know if, well, it's not really, let's see, I work as an assistant for scanning. So you want to know, you think that you have to work through Sunday to find what your friend thinks is there. And if you don't have enough time, you might not find what's there. Is that what you're thinking? Let's see. can ask the pendulum and see. No, if you will get the job. So you want to know if you'll get the job. Okay. Let's see. Would you like to answer a question for Carl? Okay, I don't know if you can. Okay, it's so. Will Carl get the job that'll enable him to work through this weekend that he wants? The pendulum is saying yes. Will he find what they're looking for? Maybe. So it looks like you'll get the job according to the pendulum, and there's a possibility you'll find what you want. So we'll see if this is the pendulum. We'll see if the pendulum's right on that one. So we can blame it on the pendulum if it's wrong. So let's see. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for coming. Jen, may you take a field trip? Yes. Where would you like to go? If you want a question on any particular thing, like any type of life, you can ask whatever type you like, or I could just ask a general question for Jen Bowles. So yeah, if you have that, and so put something in if there's something specific you want to know about something. Let me see. Let's go through here for a second. Okay, so where are we? You were also killed in a train accident, according to my friend. Yeah, the picture, like I said, my grandfather was hit by a train. So okay, so let's see. Okay, so I got that one. I just want to make sure I got everybody that, and I don't miss anybody. Okay. Okay, Aquila. What am I to learn from my friend Keith in this lifetime? Okay, let's see what they have to say. I heard tolerance and peace. I don't know if that makes sense. Can you expand on that? They're saying through what you learn through your relationship with him is by learning to tolerate certain things or certain certain whatever this, they're not really being specific, if that makes sense, but you're through this tolerance that you're going to learn with his connection, you're going to find peace at the same time. So by learning tolerance, you're going to learn peace and acceptance and different things. It's almost like through the good and the bad, you learn this tolerance, which brings you peace. It's almost like learning how to it's aiding you in just learning how to deal with people and learning how to deal with emotions with people. And but that's what they're saying. So learning how, does that make any sense to you? Because I'm not sure it's not making a lot of sense what they're showing, the tolerance with peace. But how you learn how to deal with him is going to bring you peace. And it's going to also aid you. It's almost like it's going to bump you up, because you're going to learn how to let things go in other people. Like there's going to be certain things that you're going to learn from him that will bring you peace, but you're also going to be able to use this in other relationships. So it's almost going to like bump you up spiritually once you learn all what you need to learn from this relationship. And it is going to help you with other relationships and other interactions. Not even, it doesn't have to even be a big relationship. And it almost can be situations, like it's going to teach you how you deal with situations even. And you're going to learn, it's like, you're going to learn to let go, because you're going to learn this tolerance. And because you've learned to let go or learn to accept, it's going to bring you a level of peace you didn't have before. And once you learn how to do that, then you're going to be able to do it in all aspects of your life, which will bring you a higher sense of peace, which will in the end raise your vibration. Even though it might seem like a little thing, it's not. It's like part of this big picture. Does that make any sense to you? So, okay, let's see. Wow, that's great. I'm glad it makes sense. It makes me feel good, because I was a little unsure about that. Okay, again. Could you tell me about a significant past life? I love the confirmation you gave last week. Okay. About a significant past life. Do you want to know just what they want you to know, or would you like to know something fun or something that a life you don't care to do again? Or is there something, a specific anything, or do you just want to know? And then I'll come back to you. Do you just want to know? Okay. And then let's see, Viviani. I'd like to know if staying in the US is part of my life plan. Okay, let's see. I heard yes, at this time it is. You will be moving around, but for now, you will be in the US. They're not committing to forever, though. But they're saying for now, you're where you need to be in the US, and you will stay here for definitely like at least 3 to 5 years. You're going to be, I think, on the East Coast. After that, they are not saying. But you are where you need to be right now. Okay. Okay. Let's I had one Akashic record reading, but I'm interested to have another. Do I heal old stuff, feelings, phobias, or even what the heck is my life? Um, yes, you heal. You can heal phobias. You can heal. You can heal everything that for some reason there's not a contract that you can't heal, if that makes sense. But most things can be healed, or believe it or not, you can renegotiate your contract and just say, yeah, done. Don't want to do that again. But you can have another life and it will bring up the things that you need. If you have another reading, you definitely, they will bring up what is the most important thing that you need to heal at that moment and what you need to work on. And then you can work on that. Then as you work on that and those things and heal those things, it will bring up other things that, as you heal. And there's times where you don't need to heal anything. There's moments in time where we're good, we're, we don't, there's nothing at that moment to be healed. But the only constant in life is change. That's not to say 3 years down the line, something might not come up that now needs to be healed, but didn't need to be healed prior. But also as you heal, it does make room for new things to come up to heal, and it just aids in your spiritual growth. So, and it will help with, giving you a little bit more insight at the moment of what you need to do. Maybe at the moment, are you on your path? They can give guidance, because it does change. And sometimes there is that free will, and they're there to make sure that you but stay on your path. But in the end, we have free will. And if we choose, to not do what we're here to do, they'll do everything they can. But in the end, they can't make us. Although be careful. They can, yeah. Like when I fell down the steps, that was divine intervention. So it can hurt when you're not doing what they want you to do. Let's see. Yeah, I sometimes do that. I send I like the trigger finger on the sun sometimes is too quick. Okay, are the Akashic Record Masters our spiritual guides? They are a set of spiritual guides. We have our Akashic Record Masters. We also have our angels. We have our own personal spirit guides, the ones that are there to keep us on our path and strictly on our path. We have helper guides that you can call in if you need, like the parking lot angel or guide, however you would like to call it. A guide, I always say my parking lot angel, and it works. And so there's I even found out through the manifestation class with Val, we have quantum field, like a manifestation guide also. That's there. So we have guides for everything you can think of. There's guides out there. It's amazing how much support we have on the other side, but we have free will. So they can't intervene unless we ask. That's the technicality there. So you have to ask. So, they are spiritual guides in a sense, but they're kind of historians, and they do help you keep you on your path, but they're not, say, specifically here to keep you on your path. That's another guide. So, there's all kinds of different guides we have out there. So they are a set of guides, if that makes sense. Right. Manifestation, Carl. What you do is when you're manifesting is put out there what you want and try and imagine how you feel if you get the job, the excitement, everything, and then leave it up to the universe to do too. You don't want to, and there's a couple school of thoughts that say, if you are specific, you'll get what you want. But then some people say if you're too specific, it hems in the universe and you might not get it. So, but you do have to be careful, because you could say, I don't want to go to work today. And you can manifest that so much you get in a car accident. Well, you know, you don't really want to not go to work because you get in a car accident. So you want to make sure that when you manifest, it's positive. So make sure you put, harm none, the best, highest timeline, most benevolent outcome. So make sure you do that. But yes, put that intention out there. Imagine the excitement you'll have when you get the job, and imagine you doing the job, and, put some really concerted effort in it, and then throw it up to the universe and then let it go. That's what you need to do. And then ask for the most benevolent outcome on the highest timeline. So. And let's see. Hi, Sonia. Let's see. People have told me I'm a light worker. I would say yes. Most people that come here and are watching these and doing all this are light workers. And sometimes being a light worker is just you're vibrating high. And just by you being around other people, they'll like send down codes and different light codes to you, and you just emanate those. So you're just being here, and your vibration helps raise the vibration of those around you. So sometimes it's not even, some people are light workers and they don't even know it, and probably never will know it. They just are a high vibration, and they raise the vibration and spread the codes, almost like that subliminal message you used to get in the grocery store, probably still do. And they'll you'll raise the vibration. So I would say, yes, you are a light worker and you're here. And especially if many people have told you that, then yeah, you are. And usually people that are doing the work on wanting on their spiritual path, and they're generally a light worker. But it can mean all different things. I mean, there's like no end to the type of light workers out there. You can be all types of healing. You don't have to be or teacher. You don't have to be a nurse to be a healer. You don't have to be in a classroom to be a teacher. You can do all these things in so many different ways. And you raise the vibration of people around you in so many different ways. It's amazing how, source and spirit and everybody works through us. What time? No, you can put a question up, Sonia. Yeah. And today at 4, me and Jenny will be on. We're going to see how that goes. Let's see. Okay. Any message that you should know from spirit? Well, let's see what I'll see what your Akashic Records. Well, my friend, a lot of people are awakening a lot more now than they were. It's like it's in hyperdrive right now for a lot of people. And a lot of people have had downloads, especially massive downloads at the end of last year. And it's almost like this first wave of people are coming online now. And then with the eclipses, that was meant to trigger even more people. And so things are really kind of rapidly changing. Like some people who just are waking up aren't going to really realize it. And they're going to, this is all going to be new. But those of us who have been awake are like, God, would you wake up already? So we can get moving on this. But now it actually is in a little bit of a hyperdrive where a lot of new gifts and talents will be coming online. You'll just start to gain new insight you didn't have before. All kinds of things spiritually. So it is in hyperdrive right now for a lot of people. And so let's see what your Akashic Record Masters have to say. They're saying you're on your path. Follow your path. Your heart knows what is true. As long as you follow what's in your heart, you'll be going in the right direction. Listen to your intuition and that feeling if something's telling you no, don't do it. Or question it at least. Many more insights are going to come your way, often when you least expect them. If you think you've had a lot of awakening now, just wait. It's only just begun. You're in for a journey of the lifetime. They're showing you laughing, like at the excitement of this new world that you're going to be creating for yourself. Things are going to just start falling into place for you. Even if things are difficult, remember everything is happening for a reason. They're sending their love to you, and they're always there for you. Feel free to contact them anytime, they say. They're very proud of you on your journey. Keep growing, keep shining the light. You're a beacon, they said. Keep going. And that's the end of the transmission. So I hope that was helpful for you. Gatekeeper, whatever. Let's see. Okay. I can never type. My fingers usually, I have dyslexic fingers, I swear. Okay. The gatekeeper, whatever they want to show you. Let's see. What would you like? We'll see. They're showing me a life. You were a Knights Templar. And you were kind of, you're fighting, like you're not fighting with the sword, but you're fighting with a friend with the sword. And you guys are like jousting. And you're having fun and you're like having this discussion as you're jousting with each other. You were kind of a smartass. You had a really good sense of humor. You had a confidence in what you did and a very strong belief in what you were doing. And they want you to bring that confidence, the being secure in what you knew to be true. Even when you couldn't always see it, you knew it and you followed that. They want you to bring that through, and they want you to always keep your sense of humor. Because that's what'll get you through even the toughest spots. So you were, and I think they're showing, well, no, England and France. So you were in England and France when you were a Templar. They're showing you did travel. So you went up, you spent a lot more time though in France and down. You went down to the Middle East a bit, but you spent a much, much more time in France, probably the most. But you did travel in between the Middle East and England, but you spent the majority of the time around France and Spain. They're showing that. So yeah, they just want you to bring that confidence, humor, and the confidence in your beliefs. So when you believe it and you feel it in your heart to be true, they want you to stand in your power to that belief. And that's what they're wanting you to bring through. But that was a good life for you. That was a fulfilling life for you. It was a tough but happy life for you. So it was a good life for you. You really felt like you were doing something for the greater good in that life. So that's what they want you to bring through from that life. So that was interesting. So I hope that resonates with you on that one. Let's see. So at this time as in lifetime. What did you mean by that? About staying in this country at this time or in this lifetime? What they showed me was right now in this lifetime, they're not, you'll be in this country. You're meant to be here now. For a fair amount of time. At least it'll be your permanent address. Not that you might not visit, but I think they're saying you'll be here for a while. Let's see. I'm just going to go through here for a minute. Let's see what I got. Right, because they don't want to give you sometimes too much knowledge, because that could change how your humanness can get in the way of what they need you to do, or what you contracted to do, or what you know on a soul level to do. That is true. Let's see. How much? So we have a few more minutes left. I'm just kind of going through here and see. Let's see. You have a ring from the Knights Templar? Well, that makes sense. Wow. Okay. Since you were a little girl, you talked about being here in the U.S. So yeah, it doesn't feel like you're going anywhere anytime soon. Okay, let's see. So let me make sure who's next. Okay. Okay, Sonia. Time allows says, Masters, if mediumship is my life path. I heard one of them. So one of them. It feels like you're going to be using all of them in this path. Definitely. It feels like more is it stronger than you want, or not strong enough, or more, or but definitely, and you're going to be using it, and you're going to develop your own unique way of reading using all your gifts. You're going to develop your own unique way of reading people, and it's going to kind of mush things in together. So you're going to have your own unique way. It's not really going to follow any one set of. It's going to be very eclectic. So you're just going to pull whatever works at the particular reading at the time for the person, for whatever they want. you're going to start being able to pull things in like that. And you're going to develop this over time. So I hope that helps you on that one, Viviani, Sonia. Okay, let's see. Okay. Why do I keep getting angry? I wish to be less grumpy. I'm not always angry, but want to be more at peace when things trigger me. Can the records help me with that? Often they can. They can see what is causing that root problem, and then you can get rid of that that problem, that root problem there, and then that will help with that. And then you can get the healing through that. And if it's a deep-seated thing, it might take a little longer or more than one healing to get that. But the fact that you want that, that's the biggest key. So if you're willing to work on it, but yeah, a reading, getting a full reading where you can get to the root of that would definitely help you. And see why you and sometimes just knowing why or where the root of that comes from can make 100% difference. And it could lift like a lot of that feeling. It can lift that away right away, just when you realize it, because then so many things make sense and you can release it. So, but I would say get a reading with whoever resonates with you. There's a lot of people out there that do readings, not just, you know who does them. And here Viviani does them, Jenny does them, I do them, Val does them. Then you have, Akashic Attunement. There's a lot of readers out there. So just go with whoever resonates with you. And sometimes people resonate with you one time or a different one the next time. Just go with whoever, because each person reads differently. So each person will be the right one for you at the time. If that makes sense. When it comes even to picking a reader, just go who you resonate with at the time. And if you want to say another reading 6 months down the line or whatever down the line, if someone else ends up resonating with you, even though say you might want to go with that person, but you're like, I'm really feeling drawn to this person. Usually that's for a reason, because that's the person you need to see at that time. If that helps too, when it comes to who to pick for someone to read for you. Let's see. Okay, I think I can take one or two more questions. Let's see. I'm new to this type of spirituality. Can you tell me what I need to do to get better at connecting with spirit? Tell me what level I'm at. Okay, let's see. They're saying more than you know, but not as much as you want to be and need to be. They want you to meditate, even if it's only 5 minutes. They want you to make sure you ground yourself, find something that you can ground. They want you to walk in nature, clear your head, start building a rapport with your guides and angels. Keep a journal and write everything down. Synchronicities, songs that come into your head, everything, they want you to write it down. If you're so inclined to get an oracle deck or a tarot deck, but they're saying oracle deck might be easier, pull a card a day and start working with the cards. But start with meditating and grounding is the key. So you need to do that and ground yourself really well. They want you to drink plenty of water, and start slow, and then go out and with what resonates with you as far as different spiritual practices. Just pick what feels right. And then as you become secure in your meditation, and then you'll start grounding and then journaling every day, just kind of build on everything. Just keep building on that. And the thing with psychic ability is we all have it. Some have more than others, are strongly attuned. Some have, like, certain gifts are more pronounced than other gifts for some people. But if you really want to start to developing that, you have to use it. So after, it's like any muscle. The more you use it, the better you get and the stronger it gets. So as you start to meditate and you start to journal and you start to ground yourself, if you then you start, pull the cards and intuitively read the card, write down what you think it means. Pull a card for that day, write down what you think it means, and then just see how your day goes out. And then you're going to start making connections to things on a psychic level. And then you'll be able to become more in tune with the cards, more in tune with yourself, and then feel how you feel when you hear stuff. If you're feeling, a sense of dread when you hear something or this or that, write it down. Things will then start, once you start writing it down, and then you'll start making connections. And when you start making the connections, that's going to make you make more connections. It's going to open even more doors. It's like a snowball effect as you start. So this is what you need to do to start growing. And it takes time. And then if you ever do feel like you want to read, and when you start thinking you might feel confidence enough, just offer some free readings. Say, I'm going to give 10 people free readings. I'm just practicing. I don't know where it goes. And at the beginning, you're like, you're not out at the beginning. But then the only way you're really going to be able to do it is to just do it. So you offer, half an hour or whatever, free readings, doing whatever you want, cards, and then you're just going to see where it goes. And so just build on it like that. And that's what they're wanting you to do. So I hope that helped, and good luck on your journey. We all started, there. So, let's see. And that's about, if I didn't get your question, I'm sorry. I didn't get to it in time, but I'll be back next week. And on Thursday, I'm going to try and keep Thursdays at 2:00, pretty consistent for whatever. We'll see how it goes. So I wanted to thank everyone for coming. And I did open the records before the show. So, so keep your questions for next week. And like I said, I'm sorry I didn't get to them. And me and Jenny will be on in an hour doing current event questions. So bring your anything but Trump questions. This is the first time me and Jenny have attempted this. So we're going to see where we go with this. And if you can't make it right, I do have a post in my community page for questions, and we will read on those first, on the ones that were posted there. And then we'll take questions live from the people in the chat. And I want to thank everybody for coming. And if you want to get in touch with me, just, drop me a line, email me, trancingwithspirit at gmail.com, or Cheri at trancingwithspirit.com. But I hope everybody has a good day and a nice weekend, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.